These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, Diva. It's Rachel.
And Jordan. Yeah, hi. Quick question.
Why are you not spending your Venmo balance?
Yeah, we're concerned.
You can, buy stuff with it.
Ugh, you love buying stuff.
And earn cash back on eligible purchases.
You love purchasing eligible things.
So the money your friend sent you yesterday, that's today's ramen or rideshare or eye patches.
The skincare kind, not the pyro kind.
Spend with Venmo, then you can earn cash back with Venmo Stash. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply. Max $100 cash back per month. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms. ID verification required to use a Venmo balance.
Hey, weirdos. I'm Alaina.
I'm Ash.
And this is Morbid.
And it's a part 2 of BTK.
It is part 2, the long-awaited part 2 of BTK / Dennis Rader.
Sorry, Alaina's pregnant as fuck.
I'm super pregnant, and baby Morbid is, like, threatening her arrival over and over again.
I'm coming. No, I'm not. I'm going to come. No, I'm not. And I'm here.
Yeah, so it's been an interesting week, and we really appreciate your patience. You guys are fucking phenomenal. I love our listeners so much, because not only do you understand what's going on, but you make me feel so warm and fuzzy.
Oh,
you just do.
You guys make me feel that way too.
Yeah, so I love you guys. So thank you for being so awesome through this whole thing and for waiting for part 2. We'll try to make it as worth it as possible. And
it's going to be worth it, sis.
What's making it even more fun is I'll be having contractions throughout it. So
oh my God, I thought you were going to say that you were having one right now, because before this she warned me and I was like, okay, just hold up your finger when you're having one so I can time it. I'm on labor watch. That's what I keep telling people.
It's true. Ash is like our go-to labor, like take care of our kids and take over for everything when I go into labor.
Auntie Ash, motherfucker.
It's true. So she's vital to our survival right now.
I'm vital to most people's survival. Just kidding. I don't really know that for a fact.
You are. You're vital to all our survival. You are. So we just have a couple of little things we wanted to touch upon. I'm sure anybody who has social media has seen that we added another live show, guys. We sold out our Halloween Eve first show,
which fucking knocked our socks off.
Oh my God. Blew our minds. We had no idea. And so AS220, the main stage gallery where we're having our first show in Providence, Rhode Island, let us have another night. So we're going to be doing another live show on November 19th, 2019. It's going to be at 9 p.m. I believe the doors are opening at 8:30. And it's going to be awesome. It's not going to be a Halloween Eve show. It's going to be like a week before Thanksgiving show.
Oh, shit.
So
Should we do like
something.
a Thanksgiving murder?
Yeah, a Thanksgiving murder. Tickets are $20 like the first show, and you can get them on Eventbrite if you search Morbid a True Crime Podcast Live, or you can go onto our Instagram, and I posted a link in our bio to the tickets. I also posted it on the other social media, so go get your tickets and do it. It's going to be awesome.
Do you know what else you could do while you're on Instagram?
What else can you do?
You could head on over to murderapparel.com, but
Oh my
accept
goodness.
Murder Apparel Instagram, and then click the little URL in their bio if you want to go to the .com.
Do it.
Because they just released a new shirt for us.
And it's amazing.
It is like a zombie dude. I still haven't named him.
I know.
I
We
want to
need
name him. Let's name him Murray.
Murray.
Murray the Morbid.
I like it.
Murray the Morbid
Murray.
Zombie. Morbid Murray.
Morbid Murray.
Okay,
I
so
like
anyways, if you want to buy the if you want to buy the Morbid Murray shirt, you can go over to Murder Apparel on Instagram, click on the link in their bio, go to their Morbid section on their website, buy all the shirts, do all the things, and then use Morbid for 25% off at checkout.
That's MORBID for 25% off. Woo! Do it! We love Murder Apparel.
Do it, you won't.
I think that's really all we had for business. I know that Mindhunter is on Netflix now. I haven't binged it yet, so I don't have any
I have a
insights yet.
confession. I still need to finish season 1.
I know that's kind of blaspheming in this house, but
I'm busy.
I get it.
You get it.
I got John into it,
It's so good.
which is very exciting because John is very hard to get into shows. He's
Yeah.
very particular with shows. So we're going to start binging it whenever we have any second to ourselves.
I
which
tried
is
to
not a
watch
lot.
it with a certain ex of mine who didn't want to watch it, so
You can watch it with us.
I will. Since I'm like literally the member of this household
Exactly. And BTK is, I think, featured pretty like heavily in this season. He
Well,
was,
shit.
last season he was creeping around. And you know what's funny? I did not time this with this release of Mindhunter. So
Things like that just kind of work out for
Yeah.
us, I feel
I
like.
know. It seems like everyone's always like, oh, good timing, guys. And we're like, yeah.
Like for
totally.
the Kurt Cobain episode, I forget I think it was like right around
The
the
anniversary.
anniversary of his death that we decided to do it, but like not on purpose.
No, we are not. We are usually not that like, ahead of things, but we're going to pretend we are. Yeah. So when we finally start talking about Mindhunter, I will have insights, but I'm really excited about it. That's all I can say is that Cameron Britton is amazing and I can't wait to see him again.
Heyo.
So let's dive into Dennis Rader.
Part 2.
Part 2, kid. All right. So when we left you guys off, we discussed his crazy childhood that was really not that crazy.
I was
but
like, wait.
But he made it crazy.
And didn't we talk about Murder Barns?
We talked about Murder Barns. We talked about Sparky Big Time.
Like, who could forget that
Who could
ever?
forget
Even if they
that?
tried really fucking hard to.
I'm sure you all scrubbed your mind's eye to try to get that out of there, but it's never leaving.
Never.
And we also examined his evolution into the kind of monster who would murder 4 members of a family in horrific ways.
We did.
We did.
Unfortunately.
Now, I just want to put it out there one more time because the source material for this episode is heavily coming from Katherine Ramsland's book, Confessions of a Serial Killer, The Untold Story of the BTK Killer, Dennis Rader. It's amazing. This is the one I discussed in last episode, just in case you guys want to go get it, because she goes so far into
Yeah,
the
I wanna read it.
psychology, because she's a criminal psychologist. She's amazing. I love her. But she goes really deep into like her psychological impressions of him and stuff. So it goes way deeper than what I'm even going to give you here. So definitely go get that book.
Do it.
And yeah, so I just wanted to shout her out one more time because I really fucking love that book. And most of it is written by the BTK Killer, by Dennis Rader. Because it was
By the BTK
by
Killer.
the BTK Killer,
I think you
Dennis
meant
Rader.
the poetic strangler.
the Garrote Phantom.
Yikes.
And because it was them corresponding through letters and it's a lot of it is in his words. So That's the best way to get these things. So when we left you off, we had discussed the Otero murders.
Which was so sad.
Really terrible murder. It was his first foray into murdering people, which is a big bang to start out on. Big foray. Didn't go exactly how he planned it. We saw how sloppy that whole thing was.
And he left the fucking, what was it? He left the knife outside?
Yeah, he left the knife outside. I mean, like, there was no gas in the car, even though they told him there was no gas in the car, but for some reason he still tried to steal it's just, he was a wreck.
Stupid idiot,
he was a
BTK.
bumbling idiot. And he didn't expect Joseph Sr., the father, to be home that day, but he happened to be home. Now, unfortunately, Joseph, Julie, Joseph Jr., and Josephine were not discovered by the police.
Who discovered? Oh,
they were
older
discovered
kids?
by their other family members. 15-year-old Charlie Otero, 14-year-old Danny Otero, and 13-year-old Carmen Otero.
Oh my God.
Yes. The surviving children of Joseph and Julie Otero were the ones who found the family the way that Dennis had left them.
That is the most horrific thing.
Yes. Now, the oldest child is Charlie Otero. At the time, he was a really good kid. He was a straight A student. He was super popular. Like, he was just a good kid. Everything was going well for him. He had plans after school. He was going to go to Wichita State University. And he wanted to follow in his beloved father's footsteps because all these children talk about their parents, best parents ever. Like, they looked up to their father.
That just made my heart hurt.
Joseph Otero was a master sergeant in the Air Force at one point. I believe he was retired at this time. And that's what Charlie wanted to end up doing. He wanted to go in the Air Force like his dad.
Are you going to tell me something really sad about Charlie?
Charlie had a rough go at it. But that day, Charlie was actually the last of the three kids to get home. But he bore a lot of... I mean, they all bore the same amount of weight, but being the oldest, I think he bore just a different kind of weight. He walked up to the home after school, and he said he immediately noticed that the garage door was open and his mother's car was missing.
Uh-huh.
This was weird to him right off the bat because his mom was that welcome back home from school mom. She was always there. She wasn't late. She would always be there. So he was like, what's going on?
This
Where's
is
mom?
so fucked up.
Yeah. Then he went around to the back yard and he saw their dog, Lucky, was out there alone in the snow.
And he's like, who the fuck did that?
Exactly. And remember, I think last episode we discussed how they didn't want to put the dog out in the snow because he didn't do well in snow. So he was immediately like, who put the dog outside in the snow by himself? Like, what is going on?
Right.
So again, he's already like, something is strange. There's alarm bells going off. He went inside and things had a strange vibe right off the bat again. He said he saw his dad's wallet was opened. The contents were strewn all over the counter. His mother's purse was the same way, turned upside down, contents everywhere on the counter.
Oh, God.
That's not a good thing to see when you walk in.
That's never a good sign.
Because he also said, not only is that like a weird thing to see to begin with, but he also said his mom kept a very tidy kitchen.
Right.
And this just wasn't anything that would have happened here. Like, they wouldn't have dumped their shit all over the counter. So he said this was immediately troubling. Now, if this isn't bad enough, then he hears his two siblings, Danny and Carmen, calling to him from one of the bedrooms.
Oh, God.
And they said, so they had come home before him.
Yeah.
And they said, I think it was Carmen who yelled, "Come quick, Mom and Dad are playing a bad joke on us."
Oh, God.
She was only 13.
Oh, my God.
Charlie ran to his parents' room and immediately saw his father lying on the floor by the bed, bound at his wrists and ankles with cord, with a belt around his neck. And remember, he had bitten through the bag. His mother was on the bed, also bound at the wrists and ankles with cord, and had clothing line around her neck.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes. And I mean, at this point, this happened in the morning. Yeah. When you strangle someone that is not they don't look the same.
Mm-mm.
So he saw his parents in horrifically grotesque ways. I can't even fathom it. I really can't.
That's so horrible.
They tried to call the police immediately, but the phone lines were cut.
Oh, my God.
So Danny ran to the neighbor's house, and the neighbor called the police. Now, remember, Joseph Jr. was in another room, and Josephine
was
down in the basement. Luckily, and I hesitate to say luckily in anything to do with
Right.
this, luckily they didn't see their siblings.
Well, and because Josephine was in a really rough position.
If
wasn't
they
she?
if they had seen Josephine,
Yeah,
I don't know how you
from
come
that.
back from that, to be quite honest.
I don't know how you come back from seeing your dead parents, but
Yeah.
especially you're like. Ugh,
But Josephine was
she
just
was so like
hanging
crude,
is a very jarring thing to see.
and he
It's-
left her in like such a crude way.
Yeah, and exactly. That's exactly the way to describe it. It's just crude and it's awful. So apparently when the police showed up, the 3 kids were just on the front lawn sobbing.
Oh God, that.
Which
Oh
is
my
just-
God, that's like the worst.
Which I also am like, these police officers.
I can't imagine.
First of all, seeing these poor kids, and then second of all, having to go into that scene. That's
Right.
a rough scene. Charlie told the police that they had found their parents.
Yeah.
But he said, I don't know where my other siblings are. They must not be home.
Right.
So he had no idea.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Obviously, the police ended up finding them in the house. And unfortunately, this experience definitely affected Charlie in an immense way for a
What
while.
happened?
There's actually a ton of television specials and articles and interviews with Charlie that he's given about this whole thing that go like really far into his life and the events that happened after this. It's like really tragic, but he's also really inspiring because he has been able to work through it and turn himself around from the trauma.
Yeah.
But like in particular, there's a really good like in-depth long look at Charlie's life I think it was it's in Reader's Digest, and it's by a guy named Kenneth Miller.
Mhm.
He did like an in-depth look into Charlie's life. I think it's like 8 pages long.
Oh wow.
And I mean, he, went to jail.
Oh, really?
Found himself like homeless at one point. He had a couple of kids, but like then he didn't have any contact with them for a little while. It was just, he was living a very like just terrified, paranoid life.
Oh.
Because for a
How
while,
could you not?
you have to remember, for a while, they didn't know who did this.
Right.
So they were just like, is this somebody going to come after me too? Like
Yeah, I mean, they came into
tried
my
to,
home.
Yeah, they tried to kill my whole family. So he lived this hard, like, super paranoid, not being able to really like function. And then he ended up just like turning that shit around.
Good for him.
He like is in contact with his kids. His kids say he's like the greatest father.
Oh.
It's really like inspiring to read his story. So if you want to read more about Charlie Otero, I'm telling you, you can read that Kenneth Miller in-depth thing in Reader's Digest. Or I think there's like stuff on Netflix about him.
Oh,
He's done
really?
a ton of stuff.
I want to watch something.
Yeah. At the time, he said, Charlie's quoted as saying, quote, I hated God for allowing this to happen to my family. He was like very active in the church, his family was.
Yeah.
And he said, quote, I lost my religion the minute I saw my mother lying there.
I mean, that'll do it.
Yeah, if anything's going to do it. And when he talks about his parents, he said, quote, my father was really outgoing, a jovial kind of guy. And my mom, a very caring, loving Catholic woman. She was a mother first,
Oh.
So that just gives you an idea of who Julie and Joseph Otero were. Now, switching away from the family, after committing the Otero murders, Dennis went into the woods. He burned his sketches he made before the murder, because remember, this little fucker doodles all over the place.
What a weirdo.
And he burned his plans because he wrote down all his shit. And any other evidence, like the rope he used, the cord he used, anything he brought back with him, I mean, the gloves, anything, he burned it all. Now, he did this because he was kind of a savant when it came to serial killers, and he had studied so many other serial killers and their mistakes that he knew he had to burn the evidence because other killers had kept shit and it led to their discovery.
Right.
So he was like, as much as I want to keep all this and reminisce on it, because he is one of those killers too that does like to take trophies.
Right.
But he tries to be very specific with the trophies he
maybe
takes.
like minimalistic.
Yeah, very minimalist. Dennis. Now, he goes from this, where you're like, okay, you're doing your due diligence as a dick. So, but then next, he records the entire event in his journal.
Okay, you're a fucking moron.
Because Dennis has a moment where he seems brilliant, like burning all the evidence, and then he immediately turns around and records the event in great detail in a fucking journal, like that wouldn't be evidence. It's like, Dennis.
Like, you just
Dennis.
fucked yourself.
Dennis. So,
I mean, I'm glad.
I mean, the dumb is very strong with this one. Very strong.
Runs deep.
Runs so deep. So in this journal is actually where he started discussing with himself.
Of course.
Had to name himself BTK.
Shut up.
In the journal, he started being like, I burned them, I tortured them, I killed them. Maybe I should be called BTK. I don't know. I need an identity. I'm a serial killer now. Like, he's like...
He's like a loser.
A teenage girl, but like in serial killer form.
Oh my god, he's the Regina George of serial killers.
He is. It's like his burn book.
Wow. Another Mean Girls quote.
Another Mean Girls reference. I don't know if this is a good thing that we're connecting this so much with it, but we're doing it.
I have to. I have to lighten it on myself.
And you know what? The pictures it brought forth, guys, you did not disappoint.
Now I'd like to see Dennis holding the burn book.
Thank you
and
goodbye.
good night.
Now,
I love that I just demand sketches. I'm sorry. That was so rude. I'm like, now give me your best shot.
Give me this.
Like, Jesus Christ.
But you guys did such a good job.
Those are fucking awesome.
You guys are amazing. So this is also where we're going to get dark for a second. So
because we weren't already fucking dark.
Jovial for like a second, back down to the shit.
You know how it goes over here at Morbid.
Yeah, we go from one end to the other. This is also where he wrote down that he had actually envisioned enslaving the entire 4 members of the family but he wanted to do that in the afterlife.
What?
Yeah, he was going to enslave them in the afterlife. And he said,
"What is that? How?"
But this is just his fantasy. Like they all go to the afterlife together, and he gets to do what he wants with them.
This man is dark.
Like, he told police that he said that Joseph Sr. would have been the bodyguard. Julie would bathe and serve him.
Ew.
And the children would be, trigger warning, his sex toys.
Okay, that's gross.
He said, yeah, he's disgusting. And he also told Katherine Ramsland that Josephine, she reminded him of Annette Funicello, the Mickey Mouse Club girl.
Shit, who he was obsessed with.
Which, yeah. So he did, like, connect those two things back, which I'm like, oh, God.
Wow, what a fucked up individual.
He's so beyond.
That's just, that. Yeah, I don't even know what words to describe that with.
And it's like, how the fuck are you going from, like, enslaving a family in the afterlife to being like, she reminded me of Annette Funicello from the Mickey Mouse Club. What?
Where is the parallel?
What, sir? Like,
I don't understand.
Dennis?
And do you know what? I don't want to understand.
I'm so glad I have no understanding of Dennis's world.
Same.
Very glad about that.
Super stoked.
Now, the next step for Dennis was to wait for all the publicity to come.
Goody.
Because that's what he's really excited about. He's a lust killer, so he is definitely into the murder and torture and sexual aspect of it all. That's his jam. But he's also a narcissist, and he loves credit and attention.
Great.
Loves it. And another little side note that they mention in the book is that in preparation for his next, trolling and murder, he was like, you know what? I got to strengthen my hands a little bit. Because he said strangling people to death is not easy to do.
Yeah.
And he was like, I thought it was going to be easy. You see it on TV. I thought it was going to be super easy.
Yeah, everything's easy.
But it was harder. It was harder than he thought. And he also didn't want everybody biting through the bags again. So he was like, I got to make this quicker. He doesn't, by the way. He doesn't get better for a long time. I don't know if he even does ever get better. He kind of bumbles his way into every murder.
So what did he do to strengthen his hands? Do I want to know?
Well, so what he said, and this is in his own words, in letters, quote, I saw in a movie about a minotaur, which is what he calls serial killers, by the way.
That's stupid.
Toughening up the hands. I had sports balls at home, work in vehicles to practice and exercise my hands. I do have large hands. Exercise with a handball helped blood circulation and to keep the hands fit. What?
Who thinks of that?
And also, again, just doing what every other serial killer does. No, he does nothing unless he's looking at what other serial killers are doing and being like, I need to do that.
He wants to fit in.
He does. He is that dude walking up to the lunch table and
He
Ted Bundy
is.
yelling, "You can't sit with us."
He is Catty Heron.
He is. So I just thought that was interesting that he like took the time after this first one to sit there and be like, I need to strengthen my hands.
So he
because
just
that
like
was hard.
squeezed sports balls?
I mean, who knows?
That's
I
so
don't know.
strange to me.
Like maybe he just had a stress ball and he was like, this will do it.
That's right. That's what I'm
Yeah,
picturing.
I mean, you can strengthen your hands. You can strengthen anything on your
yeah,
body.
that's just like so wild,
But,
and,
like-
and stupid.
But,
Like, who
Dennis,
thinks of that?
Come on, Dennis.
You think that you would just want to strengthen your arms?
Exactly.
Like-
Yeah, you would think. But he's looking at it like, no, it's my hands that I'm using. And it's like, oh, yes, your arms have nothing to do with this. Don't worry about
he's
it.
stupid.
They're not connected to your hands in any way or
Yeah, no.
help them to do anything.
You dumb Dennis.
Oh, Dennis.
You're
You,
real-
you dumb Dennis.
You dumb Dennis. All right.
So many accounts and professional opinions, including that of Ramsland, and also criminal psychologist Eric Hickey, who wrote the book Serial Murderers and Their Victims, say that Dennis likely had paraphilic disorder.
What's that?
Now, first of all, it's important to remember that not all paraphilias are illegal or criminal. Just want to put that out there.
Paraphilia.
But paraphilic disorders are basically very, very intense sexually arousing fantasies that are recurrent. They're consistent. They happen all the time. You can't stop them. And they are fantasies that surround kind of like really fucked up shit.
Oh, great.
Like strangling, stabbing, watching someone die. Like this isn't like fetish stuff or BDSM or anything like that. It is very different. I want to be very clear about this. Paraphilic disorders are when you are, a lot of the times they're very extreme, where you want to hurt someone to get like an actually
that's awful.
hurt someone.
That's like really horrible.
Yeah. And
To suffer from that, I can't imagine.
well, and then so that's one part of it. One part of it is these really intense fantasies about very bad things, like stabbing someone, watching them die, watching them suffocate.
Can that just happen to anybody?
Well, usually I'll get into that in actually 1 second, but the other side of this involves things that like people they'll fantasize about inanimate objects like shoes or underwear, things like that, things that aren't really gonna like
Do
that's
much.
fine. Like you can fantasize about whatever you want as long as it's not
Yeah, fantasize
You
about
know?
a shoe. It's fine.
fantasize about shoes and underwear. That's fine. But then it goes into like children
Nope.
and other non-consenting adults or humans.
Mhm.
And it just gets there's this it's like it fluctuates between being it's fine, it's not okay. You know what I mean? There's
Right.
a very dark side of this and a very totally fine side of this that's just like whatever.
Okay.
You like shoes? That's cool. like,
Oh my
but
god, shit.
you want to fantasize about children? That's not cool. So it's like
Not
there's
cool.
two very potato sides about this. He obviously had the part, actually, he had a little bit of both because he was very into like touching women's underwear, touching things of women's, but then he also liked to watch people strangled to death and die, and he liked that part of it, and it always got him off.
Gross.
This whole thing was about getting Dennis off.
It was about Sparky Big
It was about
Times.
Sparky Big Times. And this disorder usually begins pretty early in life, and then it just kind of grows and grows as adulthood happens. So the disorder causes fantasies to become this like overwhelming part of this person's life. The
Right.
person who suffers from this disorder has trouble focusing on anything else but these fantasies. And and a lot of times they will get darker and darker if they feed into them.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't feed into them, they'll get darker and
So
darker.
you're fucked either way.
Yeah. Now, oftentimes, just fantasizing can stimulate and arouse somebody who suffers from paraphilic disorder enough to satiate them.
Uh-huh.
Just the fantasy will work.
Like you don't
They
have to
can do
act
it.
on it.
They don't have to actually do anything crazy. But in the case of Dennis and in another killer who we'll talk about at some point, Jeremy Brudos, they had very distinct paraphilias that they couldn't just stop at fantasizing with an inanimate object or something like that. They had to bring a much darker element into it. Like Jeremy Brudos had a very serious foot and shoe fetish, which is fine.
Yeah.
And this likely happened when he was a child. And again, we're going to cover him in depth somewhere time soon. But basically what happened was when he was very young, he found like a sexy pair of high heels somewhere. And his mother made him dispose of them and kind of humiliated him about it.
Oh.
And she also kind of fused sex and being bad and shoes like all together. So it just like totally fetishized this experience for him.
Mm-hmm.
And it made him end up being really fucked up with it. And he ended up murdering women and keeping their feet.
Oh. I thought you were going to say he kept their shoes.
Yeah, he kept their shoes too, but he also kept feet.
Whoa.
So in the case of Dennis, the same kind of thing happens. We don't know what happened because Dennis attributes literally every single thing to him becoming a serial killer. Right. So it could be any number of little things.
He got kept in for recess, so...
And he had an ear infection, so maybe...
He stubbed his toe one time.
You just don't know.
All right.
But you could connect the fact that when he was little, he said he used to like to touch silk a lot, and he liked his mother's, silk nightgown. And then he became very into, like, women's clothing and all that good stuff, like touching it while he was doing things. But he could have just stopped there.
Right.
But he didn't.
Right.
So it's just I don't know what exactly pushes somebody into not stopping there, but that sucks. Now, lust murder, which is called erotophonophilia, is what Dennis is classified as. He's a lust murderer.
Okay.
This is when someone's just straight up aroused by murder.
Great.
Like, it's not like we're all like, oh, I'm very interested in murder. Like, no, this
like
is...
he literally...
He needs to murder people to jack
time.
off. Yeah. He has a sparky big time when he's watching someone be murdered.
Oh, wow.
It's like it's the whole act. It's watching the person die, watching them suffer, all of it.
Wow, the human brain is so wild.
And these kind of killers, lust killers, it's all about fantasy, which goes right along with the paraphilic disorder. So it's like his whole world is just one big fantasy world.
Right.
But not like a fantasy world like I play Dungeons and Dragons and it's great. Like I have a good active fantasy world. No.
No, it's a lot.
His is real bad. So, and actually in his own words, he said, quote, my fantasy dungeon would be this is his fantasy.
Okay.
Would be a silo next to a barn. The murder barn.
Murder barn.
Murder barn. With different levels of torture chambers. It would have wooden beams like castles of old. The person would have straw or hay for a bed. At the top would be a BTK den, a computer desk, a drawing board, and files. Now the question, would I have ever designed or built such a monsterly idea? If I were rich and younger and a lone wolf, maybe. The fantasy farm was along Highway 50 from Newton to Florence. Take a castle, Dutch windmill, sawmill, and silo, and you have a BTK dungeon. In my, quote, retirement, I was going to build my fantasy silo. So not only does he have a murder barn, but he has a fantasy silo.
Wow.
From early in my teens, I also used our basement for auto asphyxiation by hanging myself to achieve climax.
Oy.
So
Very
that's
dangerous.
So this is where his H.H. Holmes murder barn fantasy comes to life. And honestly, like, you could totally build that. Like 3 fucking levels of like torture chambers and a murder barn. Like
are you even handy, Dennis?
Come
you had
on,
to
man.
Strengthen your hands.
Totally feasible. What he doesn't understand is that Holmes was an unfortunately brilliant scammer and insurance fraud professional who used those skills to build his huge, crazy murder castle.
Right.
And he does not have those skills. It's like, I'm sorry, Dennis. He just sees the top hat and the twirly-whirly mustache.
And he's like, that's me.
I'm a man about town. Like, that's what he thinks he's going to be. He's going to be
I think he wanted
H.H.
that.
Holmes.
I'm a man about town.
I'm a man about town. And he's twirling his cane and flipping his mustache. You know all that. So now that word, so again, like we said before, after I got into all the paraphilic discussion, Dennis is looking for publicity.
Right.
He killed a family of 4. He
He's
wants
like,
to know that everybody's
talk about this.
Yeah, he's like, come on, give me attention.
Hello.
Now that word of the Otero murders was starting to get out, and he started devouring just everything on TV and radio about it. Then he started collecting newspaper clippings and stuff about it, and he used this to begin his first, quote, hidey hole file.
No.
Yep.
He's like, I'm going to put it in the hidey hole.
Like, I don't know if you thought Dennis was going to get cooler.
He's like such a nerd.
But he
like,
doesn't.
Not in like the way that we're nerds.
No, he's an excruciating dork.
Yeah. Do you remember Minkus from
Yes.
Boy Meets World?
He's like Minkus if Minkus was a serial killer.
Yeah. Same glasses.
Yeah.
It's Minkus.
He's a homicidal Minkus.
Wow.
I mean, we're just blowing the lid off.
Now
of
I
this
gotta
right now.
watch Boy Meets World. Sorry.
Well, and that's so these hidey hole files were where he kept all his all the paraphernalia that he collected.
Don't touch my hidey hole.
Don't touch my hidey hole.
Like, ew, Dennis. You're a fucking
Like,
weird
even-
man.
And even that sounds like disgustingly dirty.
yeah, hidey hole sounds
Like
yuck.
your fucking hidey hole. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Ew.
So apparently he kept these things because, like, he's living in a house with his wife.
Right.
It's like, where are your hidey holes?
Hidey hole.
Apparently he was keeping them, I believe, in a shed out in his backyard where his wife just never went. Now,
His man cave.
Now, this whole Otero murder happened in January, and he claimed that by February or March, he was already, like, itching for another one. So he was like, boom, boom, boom. He had the fever.
Right.
He said he had a few people that he was looking at as projects, but
Jesus.
because he liked to call his victims projects.
Oh, good.
Further make them into like these nothings to him. And so he was following people, he was stalking people, he was learning about people, just being a fucking creep.
Right.
He would legit prowl around houses at night and just watch what was happening inside the house.
Ew.
So you would literally be in your house.
No.
And Dennis fucking Rader was standing in your fucking backyard watching you do everything in your house.
That's so scary.
Tell me that's not terrifying. And what he would do was he wanted to know if there was a male present in the home. Because especially after the Otero murders, when he didn't know that Joseph was going to be home, he did not want to be surprised again by a male.
Yeah.
Because he was like, of course I can dispatch a male, but I didn't want to have to. Like,
Totally.
of course I'm this big tough guy. It's
Yeah.
like, no, you're not. So it was during one of these like creepy ass prowling sessions that he's just hanging outside people's houses that he saw Katherine Bright.
Mm-hmm.
She was at her home and he spotted her out at the mailbox. And he said, quote, she fit my fantasy profile.
Oh, good.
A co-ed, dishwater blonde and small.
Dishwater blonde?
Dishwater blonde.
That's so rude.
I was just going to say, please, hairstylist, tell me what dishwater blonde
Dishwater
means.
blonde? Okay, so dishwater blonde is when you leave your toner on for too long and your hair gets that like mucky,
Ooh.
like almost like grayish color blonde.
So he's like, that's a dick thing to say.
Yeah, no, it's wicked
Because
douchey.
when he says it, it's like he's trying to say it like it's a nice thing, and it's not.
Well, I mean, I would never use the word dishwater to describe
Yeah.
something nice.
Like when you say like
sunshine blonde.
darker blonde or like whatever.
Sandy blonde.
Golden blonde.
Beautiful.
Not Dennis.
Dishwater blonde. That's
He's
what
comparing your head to dishwater.
That's what he's in. I bet dishwater would get him off.
I was gonna say maybe
Like
that was
he
one
could
of his
wash
things.
the dishes and be like, oh.
And he was like, dirty dishwater. I'm into
Gross.
it. Sparky big time. Now, he ended up peering in her windows and discovering that she had either lived alone or just with another female.
Okay.
And he didn't see a dog in the house. So he was like,
ding, ding, ding.
this looks good. So he immediately locked in on this house and this victim. He said he drove by a ton of times on various days, just like casing the place.
Gross.
And he said he was psyched that it was like kind of set back a little and that it was kind of by itself. And he was just feeling good about this one. He was starting to get this one going. He was forming a plan. So he was like, what I'm going to do is once I'm inside her house, I'm going to bring her to a bedroom, which he already knew where it was because he was already watching.
The
And
thought of
he's-
that is just fucked.
Yes, I know that the thought of this fucking creep just knowing watching your every move for days and
Fucked
days
up.
and then knowing where your bedroom is. He said he was planning to tie her naked to the bed and strangle or suffocate her and tie her up by her hands and feet.
No, thank you.
And he was like, that's my Saturday night plan. I'm psyched. Just like an interesting side note, Dennis really liked the number 3. And he liked things to be in 3s.
I hate that. That's my favorite number.
I know. John loves the number 3 too.
Oh, that makes me angry.
Katherine Bright's street number, both and her home address, both had 3s in them.
Oh,
so he was super into it because she lived at 2317 East 13th Street.
Oh, goody.
April 4th, 1974, 21-year-old Katherine Bright became the 5th victim of Dennis Rader.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Katherine.
This fucking dork called this murder plan Project Lights Out.
I want to euthanize him.
Honestly, I would expect nothing less.
Project Lights Out?
Project Lights Out.
What was the first one? Did he name the first
Project Little Mex, remember?
Oh, yeah, that was awful.
I would expect nothing less from his fucking extra ass. He had a, quote, hit kit all prepared because he liked to call his murders hits. And he had a hit kit.
That's not a hit, you idiot.
Because he's so badass and cool.
Ew.
No. And apparently he had class that day because he was in college still. Like he was taking college classes at this time. Oh, really? Yeah, we talked about it in the first episode. But he had class that day. So he went from class and he drove to the Kenmare Shopping Center. And that's where he changed his clothing into clothes that he had already packed in his car ahead of time. So it's like, for one thing, Dennis is very organized and prepared.
Yeah.
But somehow still ends up being a bumbling organized fucking fool in the end. So he changed his clothes. He parked his car near the Wichita State University campus, and then he walked to Catherine's home.
Okay.
Because he was trying to be,
nonchalant.
He was like, I'm not going to be as crazy as I was the last time. Now, he was wearing leather golf gloves, one on each hand.
Okay.
Because he was like, this seems like the best thing to use because I was using latex gloves before and they were hard to use. No, just kidding. He saw a movie with Jack Nicholson acting as a hitman and he thought it was super neat that he wore golf gloves during being a hitman.
No.
So he copied him like a little bitch too.
No.
Literally saw a movie with Jack Nicholson as a hitman wearing golf gloves and he was like, cool. And he went out and stole himself golf gloves.
I saw Cady Heron wearing army pants and flip-flops, so then I went out and bought army pants and flip-flops.
That's literally...
Dennis Rader is in Mean Girls, I'm telling you.
We're blowing the lid off of this.
I'm alive right now.
Yeah. That's just like a side
loser.
Note.
Sorry.
That's just a side note because I was like, I can't.
No, I needed that in my life.
So with him, he had a .357 Magnum, a Colt Woodsman, 2 knives, a ton of extra bullets, and he had a shoulder holster.
Because he saw that in a movie too, probably.
Because what a cowboy. So,
yeehaw.
Right? He also had 2 stocking caps, a black ski mask, and a gray cap with white snowflakes on it.
That seems like too many hats.
Well, and the gray one, he said it was in his, I think was in his coat pocket. And he also brought with him books because his whole ruse was going to be that he was going to knock on her door, pretend to be a WSU student. And he was saying he was doing research and he was looking for a new tutor. And is this the right address? You know what I mean? He was going to be like, am I at my tutor's? I'm trying to find my tutor.
I'd be like, you're like 50 years old. Why are you on my doorstep?
Like, super cool, Dennis.
Was he even that old yet, though?
Super cool. I think he was 29 at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she wasn't home when he got there.
Oh,
even her car was in the driveway, but she wasn't home. So he was like, okay, well, I'm going to break in anyway, and I'll just wait for her.
Oh, my God.
Which is a nightmare. So he broke the back door into the kitchen, and this is when he just kind of walked around her house and tried to figure out where he could hide to surprise her when she came home. Like, fuck you, dude. And he said, and again, this is all getting scary and like horrible. And then he's just and it still is, but it's like he just bumbles it all up.
Why? What did he do?
He said while he was doing this, trying to find like the perfect hiding
Did he make
space.
a snack?
No.
Oh.
He heard a car pull in and saw Katherine with a male walking up to the home.
Oh, gosh.
He obviously wasn't prepared for this once again.
Right.
So he just walked right up to them when they came in the house before they had even closed the door behind them.
What?
And stuck a gun in their face. So he just abandoned ship. Like, he was just like, I'm losing my mind again. So he basically used the same ruse he used on the Oteros. He said he was a wanted man from California. I want your car. So he just abandoned his whole plan and just went with this. The male with Katherine was her brother, Kevin.
Oh, God.
He brought them back to a back bedroom because he's sticking a gun in their face.
Yeah.
And he even says himself, he's like, that was dumb, like, of me, because they could have just run right out the door.
Right.
But they just
Well,
luckily
he could have
didn't.
shot them,
I
though,
just
if they
scared
did.
them enough. And so he brought them back to, like, there was a couple back bedrooms. He used nylons and scarves from Catherine's drawers and bound them. He had Kevin tie Catherine's hands up, and then he tied Kevin to a bedpost. And he brought Katherine into another room and finished tying her to a chair.
Uh-huh.
So now they're in 2 separate bedrooms.
Oh, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah. He turned the radio up super loudly.
Oh, no, that
Which-
stresses me
oh
out
my God.
so much.
It is always such a terrifying detail to me.
It is.
And I don't know if it's like just because I fucking hate loud noises. Like, loud noises stress
Well,
me
it just
out.
adds to the anxiety of everything.
It really does. And he wanted to use it to drown out any sound, obviously. And then he planned that he was going to strangle Kevin so that he could get rid of him right away. And then he was going to be able to take his time with Katherine. That was his plan. Now, he started strangling Kevin, but Kevin broke his bindings and started fighting him. Dennis pulled one of his handguns out and literally shot Kevin in the head. At this point, Dennis is like, cool, that's done. So he casually goes back to Katherine and tries strangling her, but she's now breaking free and fighting back too. Now, while he's trying to fight with her and trying to strangle her, he hears Kevin moving in the other room.
What?
Dude is up and ready to go again.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Kevin grabbed the Magnum out of Dennis's stupid ass shoulder holster. That cool shoulder holster he had to have.
God, I wish you shot him.
Kevin grabbed it and tried to shoot him, but according to Dennis,
Yeah,
Dennis stuck his finger in the gun to jam it.
I doubt that.
I'm skeptical of that. I think it just jammed itself because when Kevin describes it in a later article, he says that the gun jammed, but I haven't found him mention that Dennis stuck his finger in the gun.
I feel like that's
So
stupid.
I think that's just Dennis trying to like
Make
puff
it a
out his
movie.
chest.
Yeah. I stuck my leather-covered finger in the gun.
Yeah, because I'm that cool. It's like, fuck you. You didn't stick your finger
You're
in
a
any gun,
loser.
dumbass. No, you're a loser, Dennis. So in Dennis's words, quote, I got away and used the .22 and shot him one more time. I tried a quick John Wayne Western shot.
No, just
I
shut
didn't
up.
aim. I just grabbed it out of my parka pocket and fired towards his head. He immediately fell down, which I'm like, you're fucking
Yeah,
dumb.
fuck right off.
I believe I kicked him or tried to see if he was dead. I didn't check for life signs. I had hit him in the mouth, apparently knocking out his teeth. There was just a lot of blood, and I thought he was down for good that time. Why I didn't shoot him in the head? I don't know. Possibly because of all the noise and confusion. Dennis Rader is like Mr. Bean if Mr. Bean was a homicidal maniac. I just want to put that out there for this next part.
Yeah.
So Katherine is now screaming hysterically. And in his haste, Dennis just pulls out an 8-inch hunting blade that he brought with him and starts stabbing her.
Oh my God.
Which is very not part of the plan at all.
No.
He said, quote, I'd never had any intention of stabbing anyone, but it happened because I lost control. That created a mess of blood everywhere, on my hands, pants, shoes. I made a vow if I ever again had to confront to kill, there would be no knife. I would only draw if I needed it to defend myself. Then he says, quote, I thought I had just stabbed 2 or 3 times underneath the ribs. I had read in a detective magazine that if you want them to go down, you stab them under the ribs and hit the lungs or heart.
Jesus.
Once again, I read in a magazine that they said to do that.
One time.
Like, I fucking hate you, Dennis.
You're so stupid.
Everything he says, he's talking about this brutal, awful thing, and then he's like, I read it in a magazine once that they said you should do this. Like, I hate you. This is a woman's life, you fucking shit flower. So, while this is all going on, this horrible chaos, Kevin ran out the front door.
Kev.
Kevin.
Kev.
This Dodo Bird Dennis let one of 2 victims run out the front door after he had already shot him in the head and mouth.
Multiple times.
Like, whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Dennis is literally fucking Mr. Bean if Mr. Bean was a homicidal maniac. He really is. Not like this is bonkers.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So Dennis panics because everything's going according to plan, right?
And then Kev's gone.
Kevin just ran out the fucking door. And so Dennis panics, he cleans what he can clean, and he leaves Kathryn very much alive, moaning and bleeding. Before he left, he stole her license.
That was stupid.
Because he was like, I want to put this in my hidey hole.
You're stupid.
And he tried to steal one of their cars because her car was there and his truck was there. He tried to steal one of the, I think it was the truck he tried to steal. He took the wrong fucking keys.
Oh my God. That just makes sense for him.
He took the wrong fucking keys. So he tries, and on his way out the door, he cut his leg on glass on the way out. So he's bleeding everywhere. He left DNA. And he just took the wrong keys and is trying to start a truck with the wrong keys.
Wow.
Oh, and he left his gray stocking cap there.
Oh, shit.
Fucking Mr. Bean.
Wow.
Now.
Not smart, Dan.
Nope. So he runs to his car because he's like, I gotta get out of here. So he just runs to his car and he gets home before his wife gets back. He cleans himself up. He puts all the clothing and evidence in a bag and he hid it somewhere on his parents. I think like in his parents' like shed or something.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. He says, quote, in this interim, like after the Oteros, I destroyed a lot of magazines from my hidey hole stash.
Ew.
And rid the house of all bondage paraphernalia. I also moved my Otero hidey hole items to my folks' home. My trophy items were now in a green tackle box with a good lock. I often used my folks' place to hide items and also do big time bondage when they were gone on vacations.
Wow, what a shitbag.
And he literally calls it big time bondage. Like capital letters. Big time bondage
with Dennis Rader. Gross.
And he said he used to do bondage as a teenager in his parents' basement, so it just like felt right.
You know, memories.
Now, if you remember, Kevin ran out the fucking front door after getting shot in the head and the mouth.
What a bad bitch.
He called the police when he escaped, and the police showed up to Catherine Bright's house.
Were they able to save her?
She was still alive. She managed to give them a bit of info, like she said what her name was. She said she had been stabbed, and unfortunately she kept telling them, I can't breathe. Please help me. Then she passed out. The officer that was on scene said that there were nylon stockings tied to her wrists and around her ankles, and a blue scarf and thin cord were tied around her neck.
Yeah.
When the officers searched the rest of the house, obviously the radio was blasting. Her purse was strewn out, just like the Otero home. That was like his thing.
Yeah.
And they also found 2 of Kevin's teeth on the floor.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so he had literally been shot in the mouth.
Ow. I don't like teeth.
Yeah, I don't either. There was blood everywhere. There was blood in the truck outside because Dennis tried to get in the fucking truck.
Right.
And
I can't imagine being a police officer and like stumbling upon a scene like this.
It would just be pandemonium.
It truly would.
So they're seeing all this chaos, the blood on the truck outside, blood on the everywhere. It's just because he had stabbed her.
Blood on the everywhere.
Blood on the everywhere, guys.
Put that on a shirt.
Blood on the everywhere. Now, Kathryn was rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately, she passed away during surgery.
Oh.
She had 11 stab wounds.
Wow.
With an 8-inch hunting knife.
Oh.
Yeah. Most of them to her torso.
I'm so sad that she passed away.
I know. Now, Kevin, her brother, was 19 years old.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. You would, for some reason, I pictured this guy to be like a middle-aged dude.
Yeah.
But 19 years old, and he survived.
Oh.
He survived being shot in the head and shot in the face, where the bullet tore through his mouth and took out 2 of his teeth.
Oh. Can you imagine, though, like, you lost your sister?
Oh, my God.
Like, survivor's guilt? I can't imagine.
And knowing how hard you fought to try to save her.
Yeah.
But, like, you know what, Kevin?
You fought.
You fucking fought, and she's proud of you.
Oh, my heart.
He spent 2 weeks in the hospital and then was released like a fucking badass.
Good
because
for him.
fucking Kevin, man. Now,
because fucking Kevin, man.
Fucking Kevin, man. He gave a pretty good description of Dennis to the police.
Good.
He said he was white, maybe 25,
A
5
big
foot
fucking
11.
loser.
He said he was kind of stocky, maybe somewhere around like 180 pounds, and he had dark hair and a mustache.
Okay.
And he said he had worn gloves and had been, quote, sweating profusely.
Ew.
Which Dennis later says, like, yes, I was sweating
I was
profusely.
a sweaty beast.
And it's like, yeah, because you are literally just a fucking bumbling idiot.
He was helter-skeltering.
He was a fucking sweaty little bitch. Dennis said he was nervous immediately knowing that Kevin lived.
Yeah, duh.
And he said he found out where Kevin's family lived.
Shut up.
And he thought about killing them and him.
What?
But he didn't. And instead wrote a detailed description of it in his diary.
What?
Like, what?
That's so creepy.
And he also took, newspaper clippings and shit of this crime as well and put it in his hidey hole.
Ew, stop
And
saying that.
wrote a, little fanfic thing about Kathryn in his hidey hole, too.
I'm busy that day. I can't listen.
Because this
and
dude
stick
is
around
just,
to
like,
hear it.
fantasy time USA.
Ew.
So he started prowling again, broke into some homes, but nothing was really fitting. And again, if you look at these two murders, hot mess express.
Huge mess.
I mean, he planned
Huge.
these out. They did not go as planned.
No.
So far, he's a fucking mess.
Right.
It's just not working out. So now he's trying to be a little more, particular with things. And he's really over any males being present in these homes. So he's
Right.
trying to really make sure that there's no males. Soon after this murder, these random dudes went to the police and started telling the police that they knew who killed the Oteros. Because, when shit like this happens, you always get these assholes who go to the police and are like, I know who did it, or I did it, false confessions. And basically, these guys were setting themselves up to become suspects.
Oh.
This pissed Dennis off.
Really?
Because he was scared they were going to get his credit. He wanted his fucking credit. That's how crazy this dude is. He
He's
wanted his
stupid.
credit. This is why Katherine Ramsland, who's the author of this book, this is why she's so fucking brilliant. Because when she wrote him to get these insane insights that she got from him for the book, she knew that catering to that side of him, that he needs the credit and he needs you to he needs to hear from you that you need this from him. You need this information from him. And she knew if she catered to that he would just
She
spill.
could get anything.
And he did. And this same thing can be said for the insights that another profiler, Scott Bond, got for his book, Why We Love Serial Killers, The Curious Appeal of the World's Most Savage Killers. Another good book. He knew that when he wrote Dennis, he had to appeal to his ego too, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
And he literally made it seem to Dennis like he needed to gain something from him. He was like, I need something from you.
No thanks. I don't need
Like,
shit from
I
you.
need to gain knowledge from you. That's what he was basically saying. You need to share your knowledge with me.
Ew.
That's what he was saying to Dennis
No,
to
I
get
know.
this from him. And it worked like a charm. Now, Bond says that one aspect of Dennis's psyche is that his narcissism, it's so blatant that he's not even happy to call himself a serial killer. He wants to be more than that.
What's more than
He
that?
actually says, I would kill men, women, and children without hesitation. Most serial killers have a specific victim they target. So he's trying to make himself I'm more than a serial killer because I don't even stop at one victim.
Do you want a cookie or a medal, Dennis?
He wants something. And so he thinks he is more of an outlier or a legendary figure because he doesn't have any fucking scruples.
Well, he's
I'll kill
not.
anyone. I just kill, so I'm more than that. So on October 22nd, 1974, after he found out that these guys were going to the police trying to get the credit, Rader called Don Granger, who was a member of the editorial board for the Wichita Eagle. A little side note. For this whole series, I signed myself up for the Wichita Eagle online account.
Did you really?
Because I needed more articles and they do the, how you have to sign up for it.
Yeah.
But it's only 99 cents a month, kids. And it's a good newspaper.
I'm screaming.
So if you want to read the Wichita Eagle, it's worth it.
And
tell
it's
you.
only 99 cents.
Only
a month.
99 cents a month for an online access.
For the low price of 99 cents, it can be all
yeah,
yours.
they're not even sponsoring us. I just think they have great articles. So
Imagine if they sponsored us now.
Wichita Eagle, do it. So when he called this guy Don Granger, he changed his voice and he told him if he went to the public library, there was going to be a letter that was inside a book called Applied Engineering
God.
Mechanics. And he said this letter would detail the Otero murders and it would prove that the guys that were saying that they did it did not do it. Now, of course, Don Granger immediately called the police and was like, hey, some dude just called and said, there's going to be a letter here. Maybe you want to go check it out.
Yeah.
So the police went and checked it out. In that book, they did find a letter.
Oh, shit. Are you
Now,
going to read it to me?
The letter said, those three dude you have in now there's a lot of
He literally said,
errors.
dude.
Those three dude you have in custody are just talking to get publicity. They know nothing at all. I did it by myself and with no one's help. And that's all one word, one's help.
Noon's
So-
help.
So then he goes on to describe the Otero murders in pretty graphic detail. He tells them about like where he left the bodies, what conditions he left the bodies in, and he like gives things that only he would know.
Right.
I'm sorry this happened to the society. It's hard to control myself. You probably call me psychotic with sexual perversion hang up. Where this monster enter my brain, I will never know, but it here to stay. How does one cure himself? If you ask for help, that you have killed 4 people, they will laugh or hit the panic button and call the cops. I can't stop it, so the monster goes on. And hurt me as well as society. Society can be thankful that there are ways for people like me to relieve myself at time by daydreams of some victim being torture and being mine. It is big complicated game, my friend, of the monster play putting victims' number down, follow them, checking up on them, waiting in the dark, waiting. The pressure is great, and sometimes he run the game to his liking. Maybe you can stop him. I can't. He has already chosen his next victim or victims. I don't know who they are yet. The next day after I read the paper, I will know, but it too late. Good luck hunting. Yours truly, guiltily. P.S. Since sex criminals do not change their MO by nature cannot do so, I will not change mine. The code words for me will be bind them, torture them, kill them. BTK. You see, he added again. They will be on the next victim. He's so fucking lame that I literally almost like threw up and rolled down the stairs and then called the police to help me with the lameness.
Was he trying to sound stupid on purpose? Do you
No,
think?
I think he
to,
just
like, throw them off.
I have no idea,
Like, did he take an Ambien before writing that?
but it's so bad.
I don't understand.
It's so bad.
He seemed tired.
He seemed tired.
He did. He seemed tired while writing that.
You know what, Dennis? That
He's
wasn't
like-
your best outing.
He's like trying to, like, he's not using any plural words when
No.
he needs to.
I think he was also using a typewriter when he did it, so maybe he just
Oh.
sucked at typing on a typewriter.
Wow.
So this was when he said, like, this was his first, like, public being like,
I'm BTK.
hey guys, you can call me BTK.
My name is what? My name is.
So these two, they found that.
Yeah, which must have been truly something.
And they're
to
like,
find.
cool. So now we know we have somebody out there that that obviously did commit this murder because
Right.
he has, you know,
Here he is.
information that somebody that's only at the crime scene would have.
Yeah.
So between the Otero murders and Catherine Bright's murder, people in Wichita were starting to fucking freak out.
I would think so.
And so sales for home security systems started going crazy. So Dennis got a job installing home security systems for ADT in 1974.
And he would like mess them up on purpose.
Like, I'll give him this. That's terrifying and brilliant. It allowed him, unprecedented access into all homes.
yeah.
He probably also got like a super gross thrill at the idea that these people were taking refuge in the idea that they were going the extra mile to protect themselves and possibly their families. And here he is, the monster they are trying to be safe from, installing the system, knowing it inside out, and getting into their homes as well.
That would have made him the poetic strangler.
That would have.
'Cause
And that
shit's
probably
poetic.
got him just going.
Yeah.
This was probably, every day at work was probably a great sparky big
Sparks will
time day.
fly.
Now, his coworkers apparently thought he was lame as fuck.
I believe it.
Because one of his fellow ADT employees told the Wichita Eagle that, quote, none of us liked him. He wasn't the kind of guy you wanted to get a beer with after work. Which, to that, I'm like, yeah,
I
probably.
love that.
So at this time, Dennis was 29 years old, and his wife, Paula, was 26. So they were still young.
That's super young.
Their oldest son, Brian, was born July 26, 1975. In 1976, he immediately started looking for hit number 6.
Oh, awesome.
So his wife was pregnant again at this point with their second child. And he was trolling because what else do you do while your wife grows a human?
I mean, anything else.
What
I think.
else? And
Go get her SpaghettiOs like John has done for you.
yes. Shout out to John, man, for making me SpaghettiOs and buying me SpaghettiOs.
He makes gourmet meals, but
and
also
mass.
SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, because for some reason I've really wanted SpaghettiOs while pregnant.
It's weird.
I know.
I ate them with you. the
You
other
did.
night,
I was
though,
going to
so
say
I
you
can't hate on
participated.
Oh, hell yeah, I did.
So Dennis didn't make anything happen in 1976 as far as we know. But in 1977 was when he did find victim number 6.
Wow.
March 17th, 1977, Shirley Vian would be victim number 6.
Oh.
So he had actually had another victim in mind, but she wasn't home. So Shirley had the misfortune of being completely random.
Oh, okay.
After not getting into the first house, he was pissed.
Oh, good.
So he was real pissed. He was all worked up. He said, quote, but while I was walking away from the intended house and down Hydraulic, which is a street, I saw a young boy coming back from Dillon's. I figured he had a mother in the house. I had a picture in my wallet of my wife and baby.
Oh,
like his actual
what a
wife and
douchebag.
baby. So I used it to pretend I was looking for them. I asked him if he had seen them. I knew he wouldn't know them. He told me he didn't, but I watched where he went. Now I wished I hadn't used that family picture. And then he said, quote, what will they think if they read about it or hear it? So he's more concerned, so he's having a brief moment of what if my wife and my child know now that I used their picture in a ruse?
That's interesting that he
He's
would, even think
what will
of
they
that.
think of me? They'll think I'm gross.
I bet they'll think that you're gross anyway.
And it's like, Dennis,
That's just the cherry on top of the gross sundae.
you used their picture to go brutally murder someone.
Right.
That's gross.
That's a gross sundae.
I don't think it's just going to be the picture thing.
I don't think so.
No. So he went to knock on he had watched this little boy go to a home,
It's sad.
and he knocked on the door of the home, and the boy and his brother answered.
Uh-huh.
And Dennis said he was a private detective, and he said he was carrying a briefcase that had his hit kit in there.
Yeah.
So he looked very official. And he immediately forced himself in
Oh, no.
on these two little kids. Shirley Vian, their mother, comes out because she's hearing this nonsense. She was wearing a robe and a nightgown, according to Dennis, because she was homesick.
Oh.
Now, this is a really rough one, guys. I don't like this one. It makes me sad. I just want to put that out. No kids are going to die in this, but they're there.
Yeah,
So,
that's really fucked up. That's like
just
a
so
whole
you
new
know,
level of fucked up.
And this is part of the reason why I fucking hate Dennis Rader.
I don't know how you couldn't.
Ugh. So, in his words, quote, I told her I had a problem with sexual fantasies and I was going to tie her up. I pulled down the blinds.
Okay.
Yeah, just no big deal. I pulled the blinds and turned off the TV. I said that I would tie up the kids first. They would be okay if she would cooperate with me.
Oh.
She was extremely nervous. I think she even smoked a cigarette. We went back to one of the back areas of the porch. She was upset. I explained that I had done this before. I tried to tie one of the kids, but he started to cry.
Oh.
The kids, who were 6 and 8 years
Oh
old,
my God.
got real upset. I said, this is not going to work. I was frustrated. I decided to put the kids in the bathroom and shut the door. We put toys and blankets in there for them. Later, it was discovered, by the way, that there was a younger female child as well, so younger than 6,
Oh my God.
who was also put in that bathroom. So there was three of her kids in that bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Mrs. Vian helped me. She told the kids to do whatever I said. I tied the door shut. The kids were still yelling. She helped me to shove the bed against the door. Then I proceeded to tie her up. He said at this point, she vomited. And he said, I think my being there had made her worse. Yeah. You're probably right, Dennis.
I'm sure it did.
You being there, imprisoning her young children in a bathroom while you attempt to tie her up and murder her,
That would
probably
turn
made
anyone's
her
stomach.
feel a little sick. You're right. Your skills of observation are mwah. So he says, quote, she was partially tied when I got her a glass of water and comforted her a bit.
Oh, you fucking gentleman.
And then he says, get ready. This compassion runs in most of my crimes, and I see that in cold blood. As Smith, I believe, reties Mr. Clutter, asking him if he is cold, and then later on kills him without mercy. In the Otero's house, I laid a coat or parka down for Mr. Otero, because he had been in a car accident and his ribs were still sore. I originally had taped and tied all of them up, and when they complained about it being too tight, I retied them. When I placed the bag over Junior's head, Mrs. Otero was completely upset, more for him than her husband. So I removed it to think things over. With Shirley Vian, I placed the kids in the bathroom with blankets, toys, and books to try to comfort them. Now, why would I be so nice and then turn to murder? I guess I used the victim's comfort zone to gain control and trust, and above all else, their ease. So he's literally like, it's funny, because I can be super nice and, offer a glass of water or, put a pillow under them when I feel like, oh, they're uncomfortable. Why do I do that? And you think he's going to be like, maybe I have some compassion. He's like, no. It just makes it easier to murder then, because then they think that I'm a nice guy.
Wow. That's fucked up.
That's like a roller coaster, right? Because at first, I'm like, what are you getting at? Are you saying you have some kind of weird humanity? No.
I thought that's where you were going with that.
I did too. When I first read it, I was like, are you going to sit there and try to tell me you have humanity? No, he's not. He's like,
this just makes things
he's
easier
like, no.
on me.
He's like, nope, I gain their trust and their comfort. And then I can murder them better. It's like, cool.
That's even scarier.
It's horrifying. It's horrifying.
To be like, okay, maybe this dude is just gonna do this and then go.
Because it would make you for a brief moment think can I get out of this if I just appeal to that?
Right.
No,
because
no matter what you do
facade.
to appeal to that, you're not getting out of it.
Oh shit.
So then he apparently taped her hands behind her back, and he said this was very exciting to him.
Okay, we get it, Dennis.
And he tied her legs to the bedpost, and I think he roped all the way up her legs. And then he said, what was left, I looped around her neck, I put a bag over her head, and I strangled her.
Jesus Christ.
He also said that the kids were banging on the door, screaming for him to leave their mother alone.
Oh my God. No.
And he screamed back at them that he was going to shoot them if they didn't shut up.
God.
This is why I fucking hate Dennis Rader. It's not only is he this disgusting piece of shit that murders innocent women, he
yells
involves
at the kids.
kids.
Too. Yeah, I don't. He has no. I mean, I'm not saying a lot of serial killers have standards, but his are null and void.
Yeah. He said at one point that he fucking considered hanging those kids like Josephine.
Oh my God!
But he said he didn't have time. He's a fucking
so
monster.
Glad that he didn't have time. What?
Yeah. So he took her underwear and left.
And left her 3 kids motherless.
Yep. So and he goes into a big thing about how he liked to keep the victim's underwear. That was one of his things, and he would hide it at home. That's where he would have his fantasies. He would wear them, take pictures of himself.
Ew.
Yeah. And he said, quote, I would relive the day or start a new fantasy. I would don the victim's underwear, slips, panties, hosiery, sexy house coats. I would wear a wig and sometimes a mask and put myself into bondage as if I were the victim, and finally do self-gratification.
Ew.
Yeah. And those are the pictures I'm talking about, where he would literally take pictures of himself dressed in these negligees with wigs on and masks on and makeup and bags on his head and shit. Yeah.
That is dark.
So dark.
That is the darkest.
Well, The two sons of Shirley's, the 6 and the 8-year-olds, had broken out of the bathroom.
Oh.
They broke a window and they ran to the neighbors who called the police. When they found Shirley, she was nude, face down on the bed. Black electrical tape was wrapped over her arms and ankles, and a white cord was holding her hands behind her back.
Oh my God.
Another white cord was wrapped around her neck 4 times, and that's the one that ran all the way down her body.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, when this whole thing came out, Dennis was worried. He was like, those kids saw me.
Know what I look like.
They couldn't really help with the description. They were too young and they
they were
weren't.
too
And I think they
scared.
were too fucking traumatized.
Right.
Like beyond.
How did they fucking come back from that?
Now, Dennis wasn't happy about this one because, again, it was
didn't go to
messy. It did
plan.
not go the way it was planned. So he wrote a poem about it.
No.
Because
All right, I gotta hear it.
he's
Wait.
Dennis. Are you ready? A poem about Shirley. Shirley locks, wilt thou be mine? Thou shalt not scream, not yet feel the line, but lay on a cushion and think of me in death, and now it is going to be.
That was the dumbest fucking poem I've ever heard. It had minimal effort. I would give it a D-.
I would give that like an F-. That didn't even make sense.
That's a Z-.
And it was a ripoff of Goldilocks.
Yeah, which,
Shirley
like,
Locks.
really,
Come
Dennis.
So with that poem, we're going to leave you for part 3.
I have to be honest. I can't wait for this bullshit to be over.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
I
don't
hate
like
him.
this case.
I told
think
you.
he's a stupid idiot. I am disgusted. I'm not even like I'm horrified, but like not in like Toy Box Killer way. I'm just like
No, that was a whole different.
I'm horrified in like a okay, Dennis, like you suck kind of way.
Dennis is just a whole ball that's just wrapped with like excruciating dorkiness, just try hardness.
Yeah.
But also evil fucking just depths of hell shit. Weird,
But
like
he's such a loser.
I can't. There's just so much. And when it comes to like the kids,
Yeah. That I just have no fucking patience for.
it's like he's already murdered kids ruthlessly.
Ugh.
And then these ones, he was ready to. He was going to string them up.
I don't want to
and
say that
leave
it's like
them.
worse that he didn't, but like
But he left them with this.
It's on almost like the same level either
Yeah.
way. You know what I mean?
It
like
really
it's just
is.
like it's the same level of fucked up.
Like, think about what he just left them with for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, like you will never ever be
Yeah.
the same.
It's like they were
That's-
literally.
That's soul murder.
That is soul murder. That's straight up soul
That's
murder. But
like-
you know what? I hope those kids are like thriving
I
now.
hope so too. I bet they are.
And they can put up a middle finger and be like, fuck you, Dennis.
both of their middle fingers.
All of their middle fingers.
Every single one.
All of them.
Their middle
So
toe too.
we are on victim number 6 of 10. So next,
I have 4 left.
4 left. We're going to cover them all in part 3. Don't worry. We're going to wrap this up in part 3. And we're going to get into, so we'll get into his last 4 murders. We'll talk about those. And we will also talk about the giant lull that he took between his last murder and reappearing.
Which is crazy.
And the amazing way he got caught.
Mm-hmm. I
So
know.
stay tuned because the 3rd installment is going to be just like chef's kiss
Mwah.
at the end. I mean, it's going to be rough up until then.
Yeah, obviously.
But once he got, it's amazing.
You gonna get got.
So stay tuned for part 3, and hopefully that will be coming out next week, which will happen as long as Baby Morbid does not decide to make a grand appearance in the next week or so.
We said that maybe we'll record at the hospital, but I don't think that's allowed.
I don't think that's allowed.
And I think your hospital
Yeah.
nurse would not send you home with a child.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be
think
like,
they'd
you
be
know
like,
what?
CPS, what's up?
We need to talk to you real quick.
Yeah.
But there will be My Mini Morbid coming out in the next couple of days, or a few days too. What
Hopefully.
day is it? I don't even know.
It's like the 8th day. I don't know.
Yeah, so next week My Mini Morbid will come out too, as well as part 3 of BTK, as long as everything goes to plan with Baby Morbid. So we will keep you updated on that. But
Right now, we'd like to thank some Patreons.
Yeah, because we didn't get to last time.
You have to come up with the fucking responses to their names.
Oh, man, with baby brain? All right, let's do this.
So first, I'd like to thank Whitney Blair.
Whitney Blair, your last name has the Blair Witch Project's first word in it.
Wow.
So
You're fucking morbid.
good job, Whitney.
Thanks, Whitney. I wrote your name down first because we were watching The Hills.
There you go.
This thank you describes me and Alaina as humans.
Yes. Thank you, Whitney.
Thanks. Next is Mini Lesbotron.
Ooh, Mini Lesbotron. Thank you so much. I don't think I have to say anything about your name. Your name is
It just speaks for itself.
phenomenal, and I love you, and I appreciate you.
I feel the exact same way. Thank you, Mini Lesbotron.
Love you.
Then we have Beverlocks.
Beverlocks. Get out of here with yourself.
It's like Goldilocks.
Oh my God. Beverlocks.
Beverlocks.
Wow.
So Beverlocks.
You just tied this all together.
Wow.
Thank you for doing that, Beverlocks. We love you.
Then we have Claire White.
Claire White. I love your name.
It's pretty.
I love it. It's beautiful. It's just,
Pure.
it feels good. It's pure.
So thanks, Claire.
I like it. Thank you, Claire.
We then have Katie Montefinesse.
Ooh, Katie Montefinesse. I'm going to finesse you a Patreon present this month.
I just wanted to say, and I'm tripping in finesse.
Exactly.
It don't
So
make
thank
no
you,
sense.
Katie.
Thanks, Katie. Then we have, I'm so fucking sorry if I butcher this, Evelyn Batista Gutierrez.
Ooh, I love that. Evelyn, you have a long, beautiful, and just buttery name.
You're vivacious.
You're everything.
You're alive.
You know what, Evelyn? Thank you.
Thanks, Evelyn.
Thanks, Evelyn.
Then we have Emily Heyman's Cook.
Emily Heyman's Cook. I'll cook you dinner anytime, Emily, because you are great.
Do you think that it's like the chef of Emily Heyman that donated?
Yes.
I think so.
That's what I think.
Thanks, Emily.
So thank you, Emily.
And then I'd like to thank Kimberly Rodriguez.
Kimberly Rodriguez, you are probably someone who does great things.
I bet you are. You did a great thing by donating to us.
Exactly.
So
That's what I'm basing it off of. So
thank you.
you know what? Thank you so much, Kimberly.
Now I have a question. Do you think that says Jackie or Jacques?
That could be either.
So Jacques/Jackie Burris.
You know what? That's just a really pretty name.
It's beautiful.
Either way we go with it. I love it. And I want to thank you, Jackie or Jacques.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
And the last person I would like to thank is Cat.
Cat. So
With a
hot
K.
right now.
With a K.
Like Kit Kat, which are really yummy.
Do you
and
know
I
that
want one right now.
I ate a frozen Kit Kat today.
It's like kismet.
Kismet.
So you know what, Kat? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kat, and thank you to all of our other patronuses. We will get around to thanking all of you someday.
You are
We
all beautiful.
Hammering away, and we love you.
And you'll be getting another bonus episode soon.
And keep your eye out because we're going to start putting together some packages for you.
We are. I just got new
Woo!
stickers in the mail for you.
And the new stickers are fucking dope.
they're
Alaina,
cool.
Alaina designed them, guys.
I did.
She, like, what doesn't she do? So if you want to donate to our Patreon, you can go ahead and do so at
Patreon.com/morbidpodcast.
After you do that, hit us up on Instagram at
Morbid Podcast.
Once you've done that, you can follow us on Twitter at
A Morbid Podcast.
and then you can send us an email all about it at
Morbidpodcast@gmail.com.
and after you've contacted us in every way, shape, or form, you could try again in the Facebook group.
Morbid : a true crime podcast, and I'm telling you that group is the tits.
I love it. After you have joined every group and tweeted everything and favorited every picture and blah, 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 you can go to our website and check it out because Alaina designed that too. And you can type in
morbidpodcast.com.
and have a nifty old time. So we hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep
it weird.
but not so weird that you're BTK.
Yeah, not so weird that you are Dennis.
Not so weird that you fucking wear gloves
Fucking
to
Dennis.
a place, a murder because
Jack Nicholson did it.
Yeah, fuck. Bye.
Bye, Dennis.